everything has been different. Every single song has went through its, Lighters, Eminem came to me with the song, with the track and a hook, and I said, I wouldn't sing it like that. Can I change some stuff? He was like, please, and that's how that happened. So I would try to sing it like how I would sing it.
Yeah.
But I feel like every single song has its own story with us, and I think that's how it is with Mo, like how these songs came about. Some on accident, pure luck, and a lot of awesomeness.
Yeah.
It's like a movie. We have 3 minutes to tell a story. We don't have the luxury of 2 hours. So you need to have a beginning, a middle, an end, and you need to say everything that you want to say, and you can't say it, you have to say it in a different way. And
it's hard.
It's
hard, really hard. It is really hard. When you think about it, especially in the age that we live in now, where just to write a simple love song, I think must be one of the hardest things to do because
everything's been said already.
Yeah.
But not I'd catch a grenade for you.
Yeah.
We said that one.
Did that come to you? Those couple of lines come to you first, and then you built a song around it?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. And Ari, from your perspective, working with these guys, is there anything that in terms of the collaboration? What do you?
Sorry, man. I can't help this shirt. I feel like Miami straight.
You need a white blazer.
I do need a white blazer. I'm sorry, go ahead.
No problem. I was just saying to Ari, when you guys are working in the studio, these guys go out on tour a lot, right? Mm-hmm. And they go play shows around the world, and you're back at the studio. Are you working on stuff that is related to projects that you're working on together? Are you doing other things?
I really don't do much.
He's partying.
I kind of go on vacation.
Kind of living the dream, actually.
Kinda. I mean, I'll work on some stuff, but it's so hard to go back from the chemistry that we have and the way that we work, and it's been years getting that. It's hard to get that relationship with someone. A lot of times, like they were doing before they met me, when they're just jumping around studio to studio. You only get like 1 day, 2 days, to make songs like we make. Sometimes it takes 3 weeks. It takes a month, you know what I mean? So it's hard, and it's frustrating for me when they go out of town, because I'm just like, all right, now what?
All by
Basically.
myself.
So I'll like fly out and like visit them.
But is there are you guys writing on the roads and sending tracks to each other? Or are you just sort of like, we're on the road, we're touring, we're going to concentrate on that?
Sometimes I'll call them up at 3 in the morning and say, yo, all right, I got this love song. Come here, check it out. Baby.
Is that true?
No.
And he's like, what are you doing?
Why are you calling me again?
Stop calling me.
No, it's true.
We're just looking at it as now we've been on the road. We've been blessed to go all over the world and sing these songs. And now it's just like, I feel if anything, we have more of a vision of exactly what we want to do and exactly how we want to perform and how we want the record to sound. And it's important that it doesn't sound like the last record. I think you need to sound like you've evolved and you're learning stuff.
And if anything, that makes it harder, because we could do the same thing again. We've already done it, but it's like making the next generation of that.
I just wanted to survive. I was, it was difficult to, balance trying to have a vision for a dream and try to live a dream, and at the same time, pay bills, and you have the stress from just, regular life stuff.
He was on the bus, Randy.
No, I mean, like, I went through it out here. Like, y'all don't even know. Shit was real for your boy. No, but I mean, like, it's like when you have a dream and you love something.
Keep going. Oh.
Yeah, go ahead. Take a break.
No, keep going.
No, I got this.
I'm going to give you the soundtrack.
Oh, thanks, man. Hold on 1 second, guys. So it's like, I think it was September, if I remember correctly. And I was just wondering, like, how am I going to make it? How am I going to get through? And I said, you know what, Philip? You know what? You've got a dream. Hold on to that dream. Don't let it fall. You can make it. You can be whatever you want. You can make it. Don't give up. That's just what they want. So write your little song. Play the game. And one day one day you'll have a Rolex watch.
I owe a lot to these guys because, you know, they seen me get dropped. They seen me, you know, I used to be able to walk into a room and say, "What's up, I'm Bruno Mars, I'm signed with Motown," yada, yada, yada. And then it's like, "I used to be signed to Motown. I promise I can sing." And, you know, these guys had my back the whole time, and they gambled on me.
Yeah.
And just like, let's get it right. Let's write these songs. And we just slaved away. I mean, we locked ourselves in the studio for about 2-3 years, man. Every day from 12 o'clock in the afternoon to 4 in the morning.
Well, what kind of feedback were you getting during that period of time? Was it just from your manager? Was it just from each other?
I think the whole thing was like I said, it's just like, you know, it's so all over the place.
Yeah.
That was the feedback. Like, you don't know who you are. And I was like, I don't know who I am.
But we knew it was good, no matter what.
You felt like
Thanks,
what you were doing was
Ari.
good.
Yeah.
And I mean, and to sustain yourselves, I mean, what kind of you know positive things were being said? Was there a music publisher involved with any of you at this time that was saying, okay, this is cool, I see where you're going? I know there was a manager, you know, very early on who was really supportive of what was going on. But really, where were you getting that perseverance from? Because, you know, I'm sure everyone in this room has experienced, you know, setback and a little bit of disappointment.
Well, it's just, you know, if you don't believe in yourself, no one else is going to believe in you. So it was basically that. It was like, no, fuck that. I'm the shit. I'm going to do this.
Yeah.
And I'm going to write some songs, and I'll show yous guys. It was that.
Yeah.
Thank you. I've done the whole singing at restaurants and weddings and birthdays my whole life. And, you know, you got to sing basically the biggest songs in the world, the Don't Stop Believin' and Rock With You, you know, party songs. So those melodies and stuff is kind of like embedded in my head. So I know what it feels like to sing. I know what it feels like to sing, "You are so beautiful to me." Like, I know what that feels like. I know what kind of reaction that gets out of people at weddings or whatever. So I guess that's definitely helped and probably inspired just the way you are.
I think it's important, man, to really focus and flush out the idea you're working on. You know what I mean? Because it's easy to bounce around and, you know, start this idea and start that. And sometimes that's cool too. But if you're passionate about one thing and you're into it and it's taking you somewhere, I would suggest seeing that through and seeing how great you can make that one thing as opposed to, you know, watering down, so to speak, what you're doing with it, you know, elsewhere.
And you could always go back and change whatever few lines bug you afterwards when you come back a couple days later or however long. Right. You could always change it.
Just really know what you are. I think we've been in situations where an artist comes in the room and they're like, you know, it's a little bit of this with a little bit of this and like a little bit of this. It's like, what the hell is that? You know, that's what I was trying to say. It's like, you need to write the song that defines exactly what you are so you don't have to do no talking if you're an artist. And you can just press play, and that's it.
You get it.
Good.